we thought, well, we're not able to come into the Pilates classes, we'd do some videos to put online of Pilates that you could have a go at doing at home. So today I'm going to do a warm-up where we just need a mat. You don't need any equipment, just yourself, some comfortable clothes. It might be a good idea to watch the video first and then do it watching the video again so that you've got an idea of what's happening. So if we start in standing, feet together, then we'll turn toes out and bring your heels in line, coming to our hip distance apart position. Lift your toes, spread them as wide as you can and let your toes come to rest down onto the mat so that we can feel the ground underneath your feet. Knees are slightly soft so we're not locked out. We're going to roll the shoulder blades back and down. So we're lifting the shoulders, sliding them back, tucking them down into the centre of the spine. So really relax and loosen those muscles across the neck and shoulders that can become quite tight. Thinking of opening the collarbone and lifting the breastbone as the shoulders slot down. If we leave those shoulder blades then tucked down into the centre of the spine, roll your chin down towards your chest to feel a gentle stretch through the back of the neck. We'll lift and lengthen up and away, thinking of a piece of string lengthening us through the crown of the head as well as through the breastbone. Keeping that collarbone open then, rest your hands onto those bones either sides of your pelvis and we'll go into a small pelvic tilt. Tucking your tailbone under and gently release. Doing that small and smooth movement to allow an opening into the base of the spine. If I turn sideways on, we're thinking of lengthening and opening through the base of the back as the pelvis tucks round and then releasing and coming back to the centre. If we repeat that a few times to allow those segments to open and stretch, and then we'll stop where you feel these bones at the front of the pelvis pointing directly forwards and front. Draw the tummy button through to the spine then to switch on with those sling of muscles which will support around the pelvis, as if there's a piece of string attached to the back of your tummy button and it's gently being pulled towards your spine. We're going to try to keep those muscles engaged now as we move on. Letting your arms come to rest down by your sides, turn your palms to face forwards and front, and we'll take a nice big deep breath in, scooping your hands round and up, turn the hands, press the air down and roll your shoulders back to continue opening the chest. And again, breath in, draw your hands round and up, turn those hands, press the air down, roll your shoulder blades back. We'll do two more here, really opening into the base of the ribs, letting the neck lengthen away as we bring the arms back and down. Once more, nice and long, coming to stop then with the arms rested down by your sides. And we're going to build on from here. So if we again take a breath in, we'll bring the arms down, pull the shoulder back, and then turn gently to look over your shoulder one way. Not forcing that movement, but opening the opposite side of the neck. Back to the centre. And again, breath in, scoop your hands round and up, press the arms back and down, pull the shoulders back, and turn gently to look the opposite way. We'll repeat that once more each side. So breath in, arms float round and up, press those hands back and down, pull the shoulders back, turn, opening the opposite side of the neck, and to the centre. And last one, as large as you can with the arms there, tucking the shoulders away and opening and stretching the side of the neck. Back to the centre, and from here then, we nod your chin towards your chest, follow the line of your legs, sliding the hands away, peeling forwards into a roll down, going just as far as you can do comfortably. Keep the knees slightly softened, don't force the movement. We'll take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, press through the heels, draw round strongly from the tailbone to restack smoothly through your spine, coming back up to standing, drawing the shoulders back and down, and floating those arms forwards and up and overhead to open the front of the body. Let your arms come down again, and we'll repeat that. I'll turn sideways on so you can see the movement. We'll pull the shoulders back, you nodding chin towards your chest, peeling forwards. Let the rib cage soften down, sliding the hands away, following the line of the leg into that stretch through your spine. Breath in,
And then as you breathe out, press through the heels, knees are slightly softened. Restack smoothly to come back up to standing tall, drawing the shoulders back and down. Float the arms forwards and up to open the front of the body and let your arms come to rest down. Now you may want to pause the video here and repeat that another couple of times so that you're able to increase your movement. We're going to then follow on from here by starting with a little bit more rotation. So hips face forwards and front, knees are soft, arms come out in front of you but the elbows are slightly softened. Short lever arm openings first of all. We fold the elbow, turning to look behind, allowing the head to follow in line with the breastbone, opening the chest and then reach back to the centre. Over to the opposite, folding the elbow, turning, opening with the chest there and reaching back to the centre. And we continue with that alternating side to side, feeling that rotation, particularly through the upper part of the body. Now if this feels okay, we can increase that stretch across the chest slightly by, as you come into your rotation as far as you can, straighten the elbow and then scoop the hand forwards as that long lever. Again, if I go sideways on here, we draw back with a bent elbow, open the chest, lengthen the arm, circle that hand forwards to come back to the centre. And again. If you get any discomfort over the front of the shoulder or into the neck with this, stay with that shorter lever with the elbow folded. Once you've completed that, again you may want to do a couple more. Link your fingers together, nod your chin towards your chest, stretch those arms away. Roll the hands up to the ceiling, lifting the chest, opening the front of the body, and let your arms come gently down by your sides, tucking the shoulders back. Working more into the legs then, a little bit of balance we start. So centres engaged, we're going to float forwards to the toes, hovering your heels, and then smoothly and gently back and down. And again, roll forwards to your toes, hover your heels, and smoothly back and down. Keep your eyes fixed to a point will help with your balance, but also really working that deep sling of muscles, feeling that lift into your lower tummy will help to keep your pelvis level and give you that little bit more balance as we work. Once more here, and then we're going to drop the right heel and we'll start walking side to side, rolling to the toe, pressing the opposite heel back and down, keeping the pelvis level, keeping the shoulders square, and that sensation of lift at the breastbone. We can bring some arms in here. If you pause for a moment, it's the opposite arm to the knee that's folded that's coming forwards, and we're going to walk side to side, allowing the arms to gently swing. Again, not forcing that movement, but as you're comfortable at your shoulder, we can build that range up and up into that full toy soldier movement, rolling right to the toe, reaching the fingers up and away, and pressing the opposite heel back and down, getting that circulation going through all of the body there. Again, you may want to pause the video here and just do this for a little longer so that you start to feel a little warmer. But then we'll slow those arms and bring the feet to rest. Into the legs a little more then, into our ski squat. Centre is engaged, spine stays nice and long, and we sink down, folding at the hips and knees, feeling those big muscles through the legs work, feeling that mobility into those hips, knees and ankles as we sink down. We fold and lift. Hands float forward for a little bit of balance. Again, if I go sideways on, we're sinking down and standing tall. Don't force that movement. Go just as far as you're comfortable to at your hips and knees. That might be much smaller, or as you've done a few, you can feel that you can go much more deeply into that range. Make sure though that you don't go too deep down and end up sort of sitting actually back onto the joints there. We want to keep this with control. So we're using the big muscles through the legs and into the back of the hips to help give us that stability and to keep the movement smooth. Now, we can combine this with the heel raises that we were working on before to again increase that work with our balance. So you could alternate, folding the knees up, float to the toes and down. Fold the knees up, float to the toes and down. Now this is option 1, and you can stay here. But if we want to challenge our balance that little bit more, we can bring in our foot series. So, from here, if we fold the knees, float to the toes, lengthen the legs up, let the arms open to the side as the heels come down. Lots more balance work. So, again, we fold to sink down, roll to the toes, lengthen the legs, open the arms as the heels come to sink down. I'll do a couple facing forwards for you. So we'll fold at the hips and knees, roll to the toes, lengthen the legs, open the arms as the heels come down. Now again, you might want to pause the video here and do a few more repetitions of this so that you continue working into your legs. Taking the feet further apart then into our sumo stance position with those feet slightly turned out, we're just going to work a little bit more into some rotation. So if you cross your hands across your chest, keep your knees softened, keep those hips facing forwards, really think of those headlights shining away. And as you breathe out, we're going to turn and twist one way, just as far as you can. And as we breathe in, we come back to the centre. Over to the opposite. Breathe out, we turn and twist. Breathe in, we come back to the centre. Now the head turns in line with the breastbone. So we're rotating through the spine, but the head is not moving on its own. It's turning with that upper body. So again, we're mobilising into the upper spine. Now if you're happy here, you can stay here. To progress a little more, you can lift the arms, lift the elbows, and go more into that rotation. Little bit more loading with the arms lifted. We could also add in a hold relax. So you turn, breath in, and as you breathe out, we go a little further, and then we come back to the centre. And the opposite, we turn, breath in, breathe out, go a little further, and come back to the centre. Brilliant. Getting that little bit more movement, and then coming back to that centre position. Back to the legs. We're nearly at a lie down. Hands rested onto the front of your thighs, folding at the hips and knees into that sumo squat. And you can slide your hands down following the line of the leg, maybe even giving yourself a little bit of support with the hands as you do that. As we fold to come down and lift to stand tall. Fold to come down and lift to stand tall. Again, this is option 1 and you can stay here. Option 2 if you're comfortable. Once you've folded at the hips and knees, we'll float those arms up and out and then bring them back down. And you can scoop those as high as you're comfortable to go. Further overhead we go, the more loading that we're getting. A little bit more work through those hips and knees. A little bit more challenge for your centre and for your balance. We'll do another 3 here, but again if you want to do some more, increasing that body temperature a little bit more, you can pause the video and do some extra. We'll fold and stand. Arms rest down, zigzag those feet back into that centre position. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Nod your chin towards your chest, peel forwards as we did before into that roll down, hopefully going a little bit further now. Breath in. And as you breathe out, soften the knees, draw the tailbone round, restack smoothly through the spine, bring your shoulder blades back and down, open the chest, open the hands, lift those arms up and away overhead, then bring the arms down by your sides, pull the shoulders back, and we're ready for a lie down.